Hey everyone. For a while now, people have asked, emongg, how do you stay so positive and ranked? And hopefully today I'm able to give you some answers to that by telling you what goes through my mind, what I'm thinking, and what do I apply to each and every one of my ranked games. First off, I do want to point out that in the 2,000 ranked games I've played, give or take, I haven't always applied these methods. Just sometimes, it's the nature of the beast. Ranked is just an interesting experience, and sometimes even having a good mindset going in, you get a little bit confused. But that's okay sometimes. Nobody's perfect. I do also understand that I'm a competitive player, that I get my competitive needs through scrims and matches. So maybe I might take ranked a little bit differently compared to somebody else who the only way they can get those competitive needs is through ranked. And I can understand that side of things. I certainly can. But let me point out though that while you might be trying to, be a pro player or you want to be the number one diva in the world, not everybody has those same aspirations as you. Someone might be coming in there, having a drink, watching TV, talking to somebody in the background, and they're there to play the game casually, and they just don't care much as you do. So you have to kind of accept the fact that some people just play the game differently than you do, and not everybody's the same. Another thing I would suggest is that if you're having a bad day, I would not recommend playing Overwatch ranked. Go play quick play. Don't play it at all. Don't go play another ranked game, because even if you're not getting upset at people, you may be playing tilty. You might, do things you normally don't do. You might stop communicating, which can lose games. Then you go on this downward spiral of just losing SR just because you were having a bad day and you try to win ranked games that way. I find that it doesn't really work. Another thing is passive aggressiveness, in my opinion, is not good. Coming from somebody who used to be passive aggressive at times because being nice, I didn't want to say anything, but people see right through that type of stuff. People think that you're talking down to them. They know you're being passive aggressive. It upsets them, and it just makes things worse. Some people think that being passive aggressive helps. In reality, it really never does, and all it does is make people even more angry. So I kind of want to get that part across. Another part that I would recommend is don't try to argue with people. People like to argue. It never helps anything in ranked games. It's generally a situation where so they'll fight over what people should play, what they're doing, what happened. People will act like they know what's happening on someone else's screen, and it just never goes well. The only way you can prove your point is to actually perform. I'll give you a small example of that. I'm playing King of the Hill. I am playing a Winston. I would like a diva with me because Winston diva right now is currently powerful. For the 2 games, they decide not to go diva, so we go down 0-2. Somebody finally switches to diva. We finish the series by reverse sweeping them. We win 3-2. And maybe those people now go, oh, okay, I can see why Winston Diva is strong. I didn't have to argue with that person to prove it. We just performed and things went well. I find that to be a way easier thing than just arguing the whole time. Another thing, and this is a big one, is one tricks. People go, how can you handle this? You have a Torb in your team. I'd be so upset. Here's the thing. One tricks are going to be in this game no matter what happens ever. People want to play what they want to play, and there's nothing you can do about that. So rather than sitting there and me going, switch off Torb, you think that Torb's going to go, wait, thank you so much. You are the first person to tell me to switch off this hero. Thank you. In the 75 hours that I have been playing this hero, nobody has ever told me that. Thank you so much. What would you like me to play? That will not happen. So for someone, at the GM level, for example, we play against the same people constantly. I've decided this approach. I'm not going to give them crap. I'm not going to condone what they do, but I'm not going to give them crap. I'm going to play my best, be the best teammate I can be, and try to win. And I find that the people who play the one tricks, the off-meta heroes, the one that makes the comps difficult, instead of them, kind of playing, a little bit subpar because they feel like they're getting harassed the whole time, they play better on my team. I've had one tricks who never use mics who communicate with me now just because I was positive to them and didn't just give them crap the whole time and try to win the games. I find that they play way harder when they're on my team than when they're on people's teams who complain to them. Now comes to the big thing, staying positive. Gonna give you a nice example here of why I like to stay positive and how momentum can change things. So let's start with Dorado, for example. We're playing Dorado. We had a really bad defense. We got snowballed. They have 3.5 minutes right now to attack again, pending we finish the map. And rather than complain and get upset and say it's over, as a team we come up with a strategy. We try to make things work. We have an okay offense because we remain positive. We have a minute left to cap. They get an extra minute, so they have 4.5 minutes when they attack. Well, it just so happens that because our attack was good, we were able to, get our overtime to the end of second point Dorado. Now the momentum shifted. The other team's going, oh my god, Mercy, why didn't you res there? Oh, Zen, why did you ult so early? Genji, why did you sword? You heard the high noon. They're tilted. At the same time, we've been remaining positive the whole time. We're ready to play defense again. We hold them for 3.5 minutes on first point defense. They have a minute to attack second point. They don't get it as far as we do when we won. All because we didn't tilt and get crazy and get upset and yell at each other and blame each other for having a bad defense. I hate to break it to you guys, no matter how good people are, sometimes snowballs happen in Overwatch, and there's nothing you can do about it. How many times have you played a Gibraltar, for example, and you snowball all the way to the end of third point, and then your team full holds? It's just the nature of the game. You have to accept that sometimes. No need to get triggered and tilt and do all that. Another thing that I have found to be massively effective when I play ranked is positive reinforcement, and I guess buzzwords if you want to say that. I always tell people good job when they make a good play. I always try to say, hey, that was a really good beat. That was a good, good boost right there. People like to hear good job. Believe it or not, people like to hear good job. There's a lot of people who will sit back and go, well, I didn't do anything good, so I really don't care. I don't care. I find that just telling people good job is a super important way to get your teammates engaged and feeling good and ready to win every team fight. A big thing, and this is a big thing I hear in ranked all the time. What more can I do? What more can I do? I have gold medals. I'm doing everything. My team's doing nothing. Everybody's bad. What more can I do? I found that, people say that a lot, even me at times. Then I discovered the best way to go about it is to say, what can I do to help? Believe it or not, maybe at the time, your Ana's been struggling against a Tracer. Your Ana's been afraid to say it. Your Ana hasn't said anything, but you go, what can I do to help? And your Ana goes, this Tracer's been on me the whole time. I just need a little bit of help. All right. Now you start to help that Tracer. You start to help that Ana, and the Tracer starts to get killed, or the Tracer feels pressured. Now that team starts to lose because what was working for them isn't working anymore, and they don't know how to adjust to it anymore. They don't know how to play against a team who has an Ana that's staying alive. They're struggling. They're getting mad. They're getting upset. And it's another game you win because you stayed positive, rather than sitting there and blaming your teammates and going, oh my god, I can't believe, oh. You fix the situation by a simple question. What can I do to help? What can we do as a team? Stuff like that makes it way easier in the long run, I find. At least in my personal experience. Then we come down to one of the biggest things in ranked. This part is what I think is super important for the overall scheme of staying positive and ranking up. No matter what is going on in your game, let's just say that your teammates have given up completely. There's nothing you can do. At this point, there's nothing you can do. There's some of them are sitting in spawn. Some of them are just playing loud music on the game. Something like that randomly, okay? There's nothing you can do at this point. The one thing you can always work on is mechanical skill. You can always work on mechanical skill. Win or lose, you can always improve. One of the easiest ways to climb out of your rank is becoming mechanically better than the other people on your team. Let me give you an example. You're going to go, I'm a Reinhardt. How the hell can I get mechanically better? Work on your shield management. Go take damage. Figure out how to min-max your shield damage that you're taking on. The shield management. Work on your charges, your fire strikes. Well, I play Winston. Go work on your Winston leaps. Your bubble placement. When you land, you make it so you melee as you land. That way you get extra damage in every single time. Work on your Winston ults. So many people are bad with Winston ults. There's so much you can do. Well, I play Diva. Let's be honest. Work on defense matrix management. Work on your Diva ults. The amount of people that play Diva and are bad with Diva ults is insane. Go get better with Diva ults. I play Lucio. Go work on wall climbing. Go work on climbing walls while being able to attack your teammates. Figure out how to get back to your teammates fast so you can speed boost and go back and forth and figure out the best way that you can heal boost your teammates by work on some communication skills. Tracer. Yeah, you can go one-clip people, but imagine what it's like being a Tracer who can stay alive. Go work on your blink management, your pulse bombs. If you can learn how to stay alive as a Tracer the whole time by just using your movement, you're going to be such an effective Tracer, you'll find yourself winning games just because you can stay alive and be enough of a nuisance to cause issues. There is so much you can do to get better as a player. I find that people waste so much time complaining, blaming others, that if you have 40 to 50 games a season where you are completely, your team is out of it and you cannot win it because people are just giving up, you still have 40 to 50 games there. Think about that. 20 minutes per game, say 10 minutes per game, depends how it goes. That is time you can go work on mechanical skill. It is better than, ranked is better than quick play, better than random custom games for the most part, better than practice range. You get people who are trying ranked games. You get to go and practice to get better, to get that mechanical skill up. I promise you that if you can keep getting better mechanically, you will get out of your rank. But you have to be willing to, play through those games and just keep learning as a player, getting better, be the best teammate you can be. And I promise you'll get out of the rank that you're in, and you don't have to let it ruin your day, be negative about it, and all this stuff. So that's how I remain positive and ranked. That is how I go into every ranked game, win or lose. I just try my best. I try to have a good attitude. I find that people who are happy-go-lucky and having a good time are way more fun to play with than somebody who's there the whole time complaining, getting angry, blaming their teammates. I just find that there's just so many other ways to enjoy the game, and I find that I have a way better time. So I hope that this helped you. I hope that you kind of have an idea now of how I stay positive and ranked. I wish there was more I could tell you. There probably is that I probably haven't remembered, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video eventually if I find that there's other tips and tricks to it that I find better. But most importantly, just have a good time with it. I really would like it if you guys do like the video. Make sure to like it. Also comment and tell me how it is. If this video goes well, I'll make a flex video. I was thinking of making a video like, hey, this is why I flex. Sometimes flexing isn't as simple as I need to switch a hero. Sometimes you're just misplaying your hero, and you can look at what's going on. You can also ask that simple question, what can I do to help? If you're playing Diva and you're protecting your Winston, but your support needs some heals, maybe if you keep your healers up, your Winston will stay alive regardless, and you'll have a way better game. So thank you again. Thank you guys again a ton. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day/night, and I'll catch you guys soon.